Math for the Bronx. I'm going to show you how to add up. Alright folks, welcome back to the next episode of Math4Bronx. Today we're going to be proving the equation for angular acceleration. So once again, we have a particle. We have a particle traveling in a circle. Okay, so let me go ahead and draw the particle right here. Here's our particle in pink, and the object is traveling in a circle of radius r, let's say. Now let's say the object travels, okay, along the circumference of the circle, and it ends up as some distance away from its initial start, okay? So this right here is once again delta theta, or just write theta, and our radius is the same. Okay, now let's draw the velocity vector, shall we? Remember, the velocity is always tangential to the trajectory of the particle. So here we have our velocity vector v1, and here we have our second velocity vector v2. Notice how they're tangential, perpendicular to the radius. v2. Okay, so now what can we say? Let's draw these two velocity vectors out here. Okay, so we have v1. v1 is such, imagine you kind of rotate this v1, and v2 kind of slanted in this way. So how much did our velocities change? Well, just subtract the vectors, right? So you have d theta, or dv, change in velocity right here. Well, notice, change in velocity, well, that's what we're looking for. Acceleration is simply change in velocity over change in time. So we've got something here. So let's solve for it. Well, what is our acceleration going to be? What is delta v going to be? Well, delta v is going to be what? Well, notice, here all we're doing is the velocity is simply vr. So it's going to be vr. And so if we plug that in right over here, what do you get? Well, check it out. Acceleration, angular acceleration is going to be v squared r. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the equation for angular acceleration. Thanks for watching this episode of Math4Bronx, sponsored by Brilliant.org. We'll take you on next time.
Ambition plus MKO plus scaffolding equal learning. We believe anyone can learn anything. That's why our motto is memorization is a crime. And that's why we partnered with Brilliant.
Brilliant transforms math and science into hands-on activities so that you too can understand everything from first grade math to E equals MC squared. Barry Science Lab and Brilliant is your MKO, and will give you the scaffolding to expand your ZPD until you become the next Sir Isaac Newton or Albert Einstein.
Visit brilliant.org/Barry Science Lab today. And the first 50 of you to use that link will get a 20% discount on the Brilliant annual subscription.
Don't forget that you too can become the next Einstein. So let's fall in love with math and science.